You're watching 11 Alive Morning News. 11 minutes of nonstop news starts now.
Welcome back. We are helping you get out the door and plan your day with your 11 minutes of nonstop news. We've got you covered on everything, weather, traffic, and all things happening where you live. Here's what we are following this morning. With the final days of Thanksgiving break, there is still a curfew in effect for kids and teens in Atlanta. City Council wants parents to be extra vigilant following the shooting deaths of 2 teens nearly a year ago. It is a tough holiday season for hundreds who lost everything in 2 massive apartment fires. How they're getting help getting back on their feet.
And despite the fact that we have a few sprinkles on the outside, those clouds will clear. We'll get partly sunny skies in here for the afternoon. It's going to be a nice day. I have the details for you coming up.
We are kicking off your 11 minutes of nonstop news following a ceasefire deal between Israel and Hamas. This is a live look right now from southern Israel. Here's what we know. This is the first pause in fighting since Hamas attacked Israel last month. During this time, Hamas is expected to release 13 hostages, that is in exchange for 13 Palestinians in Israeli jails. This follows weeks of negotiations for a deal featuring a 4-day truce with at least 50 hostages to be freed from Gaza and 150 Palestinians from Israel. Families are on edge wondering if their loved ones will finally get to come home.
To know that it is postponed and you don't know Friday, maybe tomorrow, maybe later. It is horrifying, really a nightmare.
The Israeli military is urging civilians who fled to southern Gaza not to return home during the pause because the war is not over yet. The Israeli defense minister says he expects 2 more months of fighting. Back here at home, we are coming up on the 1-year mark. 12-year-old Zion Charles and Cameron Jackson were shot and killed over the Thanksgiving weekend after a large gathering of kids turned deadly near Atlantic Station. The tragedy prompting city leaders to reassess the city's curfew. 11 Alive's Brittany Klein-Peter joining us in studio this morning with more on where it currently stands. We know they talked about it back and forth, but all we know is there is one on the books right now.
Yeah, that's right. So over the last year, there has been some changes to a lot of it, including what will happen if you violated it. So let's get straight to it. It went into effect at 11 p.m. last night. It just expired at 6 a.m. It will go back into effect at midnight tonight, running through 6 a.m. both Friday and Saturday. Atlanta City Councilwoman Keisha Waits led much of the efforts to change the curfew and says the most important thing they're asking is for parents' help.
You are under the age of 18 years of age. We need to know where you are. You need to be supervised so we can make sure you're safe.
Penalties for those who violate the city's curfew have also changed. The council got rid of the $1,000 fine and jail time. Instead, parents of kids who violate the curfew will have to take an education course.
Thank you, Brittany. New this morning, people in Clayton County will be able to get some emergency assistance paying their utility bills. It is being offered by the Clayton County Community Service Authority. They say while funding is available, you can apply for help. We just checked. The appointments are going fast. Only several left for next Friday. This is emergency help, so your utilities must be already shut off or in disconnection status. You will have to make an appointment online at the website you see right there on your screen. They do not take any walk-ins. And that was a look at your top headlines. Shezzy, how are we looking out there this morning?
You know, skies are starting to lighten up a little bit, and you can see where we have those clouds. It's over toward the Noonan area on Coweta County. A few breaks right there, right? These clouds will get out of the way, and we'll get some sunshine in here as we head toward mid-morning and into early afternoon. So that'll be nice. It's going to help to warm us up as well. A few sprinkles in the area, not a whole lot going on. In fact, a little bit further down to the south. As you can see, we do have some areas over toward Monticello and over toward Barnesville, down toward Thomaston. You have a few sprinkles. That's about it, all moving up toward the northeast very quickly. And so it will get out of the way. Temperature-wise, we're in the 40s starting off this morning. Just about everywhere you look, you got 43 degrees. McDonough, 42 over toward Conyers. Noonan, you're at 42. Fayetteville at 44. 40 in Chattahoochee Hills. You got 40 also in Dallas. Hiram over in Paulding County, 40 in Powder Springs. Mapleton, you're at 42, along with Ackworth and Marietta. 46 right now downtown Atlanta. Roswell, you're at 43, starting off at least for this morning. So a cool start if you have to get out and do that early morning exercise by this afternoon. Keep the jacket on at least. Temperatures getting up to about 61 degrees, a little bit milder than we have been for the last couple of days. The drought, we've been talking about drought, right? And the rain that we need. We had some rain last week, but not enough to really put a damper on things. Added a little bit to the rain bucket, but not enough. You can see where we have this severe drought now starting to sink a little bit further down to the south. So it's covering places like northern Paulding County, into Cobb County, northern parts of Fulton County, and also into Gwinnett County as well, while the moderate drought continues to sink a little bit further down to the south. And also looking at that exceptional drought up here to the north, the extreme drought rather, up to the north, that's continuing to sink southward. So we need the rain, folks. We need the rain. I was telling you last week, we were closer to 8 inches down for the year. Now we're just above 7.5 inches. So it did add some to the rain bucket, but not enough to wipe us out, of course. And we don't see not much in the foreseeable future. We'll stay dry for Saturday. Sunday brings about a 30% chance for an isolated shower late Sunday afternoon going into Monday, and staying dry much of next week. We begin to cool down behind a front that's going to move through. So it has been dry, and that will continue at least into next week. We have the sprinkles out there right now. Upper level disturbance sliding away. High pressure will be building in, and so we'll get the sunshine in here as we head into the afternoon. It's going to be a rather nice day for us as we head through the weekend. We get that rain on Sunday, and then look at this. Monday, we begin to clear it out. We'll have the sunshine around for much of next week, but look at those temperatures. We'll be cooling down, even starting off with lows in the 30s. So it'll be cold mornings for us next week.
We continue your 11 minutes of nonstop news in Roswell, where right now police need your help finding this missing man. This is 73-year-old Gary Butler. Police say he was last seen yesterday at his home on Wildwood Springs. That's right near Lita Thompson Memorial Park. Police say Mr. Butler was diagnosed with dementia and Parkinson's disease. If you see him, please call police. Residents recovering from fires at 2 different Atlanta apartment complexes are getting some help. Hatching Hope and the Atlanta Apartment Association will give out brand new winter coats and care packages to residents at La Vista Walk and Atlantic Brookhaven Apartments. That's happening next week, Tuesday, November 28th through Thursday, November 30th at La Vista Walk Apartments and the M by Radius Apartments on West Peachtree. We have information on how you can help right now on 11alive.com. Before tomorrow's UGA Georgia Tech game, students are setting aside their rivalry for charity. Members of 2 different chapters of Phi Gamma Delta fraternity are bringing back their Run for the Kids. The relay benefits Children's Healthcare of Atlanta and is the first year it's taking place since the pandemic. They're going to run a 77-mile relay from Athens to Atlanta to deliver the ball for the game. Finishing up just before Saturday night's game, their last Run for Kids in 2019 raised $30,000. So we are looking forward to that being back. We are now in the holiday shopping season, and this morning, a lot of you at home right now looking for some online deals. A new report estimates 1 in 5 Americans will use that buy now, pay later plan this holiday. The short-term loans often come with consumer-friendly interest rates and allow you to make an initial payment at checkout and then pay the rest in installments. The payments can be made over a few weeks or even months. Most of these short-term loans are not reported to the 3 main credit bureaus, so it may not affect your credit scores. But experts are raising some red flags. They say it can lead to loan stacking, where you take on debt with multiple lenders. United Bank says the best way to protect yourself while using buy now, pay later, create a budget and stick to it. Also, set up those reminders for payments so you don't get any of those late fees. Chesley, that's some great advice.
It is some great advice. Take heed, folks. If you're going out this afternoon, looking at temperatures around 58 degrees, we'll have partly sunny skies by then. It's going to be a nice day for you. Looking at 3 o'clock, getting up to the 60s. This doesn't want to seem to work today. 61 degrees will be our afternoon high temperature. Winds out of the west at about 6 miles per hour or less. About 6 o'clock, hey, that worked. 57 degrees will be your temperature. Still got partly cloudy skies, and the winds will stay on the light side for today. Rain comes in for the latter half of the weekend, so enjoy.
And finally, former Atlanta Mayor Keisha Lance Bottoms claims redemption for her infamous mac and cheese. This was her Thanksgiving mac and cheese that was met with a lot of negative reviews back in 2018. Stofers even weighed in, saying, "Here for you next time." Fast forward 5 years later, and this was her latest attempt, which she said was approved by both her mom and brother, finally putting mac and cheese gate behind her. I'm not sure it will ever die. I'm sorry.
What was wrong with the first one?
Yeah, you never know.
Get a closer look.
It could have tasted great.
It was lumpy. It was a little dry. Yeah.
What's wrong with lumpy? I'm lumpy.
The mac didn't mac. Oh, crash. No.